So it happened. The journey has ended and we're left to pick up the pieces, so to speak. The adventures of the pastel-colored magical mini-horses grabbed me like it did others before me. I still look back at things that it taught me and even motivated me to do.
Oh yeah? The only thing that's missing now is you transforming into a Gailing! Ha! Look at you. What's that?
What? I never said I was good. Anyways, the show has been a very interesting success on many fronts, not only for me. So, for the absolute end, might as well do a quick summary of the 9 seasons. But I think I'm gonna go and get cleaned first. Ugh. Okay, so starting from the very beginning, Season 1. It grabbed my attention with its animation fluidity and kept me watching thanks to more grounded and serious, realistic characters, with a hint of sarcasm and snark. I did not expect that from a show that looked like, well, this. It intrigued me.
Hey, I smell a cynic.
Huh? Wait, what?
I'm coming for you with hugs!
Yeah, no thanks. But as for the Season 2, well, it expanded on the curious world and the characters, including changelings, which at the time I must admit, I did not care for. But the thought of the queen doing the bad thing just to feed her subjects kinda stuck with me, as she wasn't like the other filthy, casual villains who just go for the power, and that intrigued me too. And so, eventually, I emerged.
Hey! Okay, I definitely smelled cheese. And blood.
Okay, this ain't gonna work. Well, right, so to continue, without interruption, we come to Season 3, where the proverbial horse manure hits the industrial grade jet engine. First off, the season is half of the usual length, and that happened in the time where the brony movement seemed to have peaked in the public's eye, and Hasbro decides, hey, you know what we need? Another teenage school sitcom that involved baboons! The loathsome Equestria girl... Yeah, so that spin-off featured and still tends to feature pretty awkward animation, and in almost all cases also a horrible story and writing. It's just like any other teenage-oriented animation. It's trash, and should be burned at the stake. Safe to say, it was a mistake to create. Oh, also, Twilight is now an alicorn. Anyone who thought that this would not happen seems to be delusional. I don't know why, but it's just simple to predict. It's Hasbro, come on. I saw the first season and predicted it would eventually happen. The only thing that I did not see was how soon or how horribly that would be executed. After that, the Season 4, the follow-up on the universe-changing alteration of the lead character, left the season aimless. Surprisingly, the season is filled with mostly decent or even good episodes, yet even I keep forgetting about it. It just had nothing that outstanding, even if they did try to have a season-long arc for the first time with a massive anime battle at the end. Yeah, no one seems to be remembering that either. Well, weird.
Oh, did you already talk about Equestria Girls? Hey, remember that time we watched Roller Coaster?
Oh, bad Rico machine! Bad!
Don't forget to mention how shit Rainbow Falls is!
You know, the 5th season, even for myself, seemed quite interesting. It had the 100th episode showdown of all the nerded over details, and the season even had a pretty neat opener/finale pair. But why was it so good? Well, it could be summed up in this one little sentence. Revisiting the old stuff, the season. Seriously, just think about it. Oh, but hey, at least CMC got their marks. As for the following Season 6... Oh gods, kill it! Kill it with anti-toy propaganda or napalm! Just kill it now!
Jeez, it's just a baby.
What is wrong with you?
Exactly. Kill it! Oh, also it was an alicorn. Yeah, yay toys! Still, the season was expanding on the world of pony folk and focused more on secondary characters than the main cast. It was also the start of the Glimmer push, with a rather fantastic ending. An ending that ruined my kid. Just why? And now, because of that, I want to stab someone. Which leads us to Season 7. The push for Starlight is in the full force, and many were calling that she'd be turned into one of those pegacorn things, or that she was meant to take over, but fans seem to dislike that, so while not getting a full axe, Starlight would not gain such a presence in following seasons. As for the season itself, well, it had very notable events, with Luna and finally Celestia too, then the last member of my kin gets converted, screwed over, and the season-long arc was a pile of shit. As for Season 8, the school. Oh god, the school. You know, it's pretty disgusting to have the stupid toys decide the narrative or character existence. Well, this was not just one character. This was the whole new stand-in cast. And on top of that, this followed up on the movie too. Sure, new creatures emerged, but in case of Kirin, they would not be seen again, like the poor zebras. Overall, the season seemed to have absolutely no direction because it was led by the stupid toy line that some cretin dreamt up and basically screwed the show for a whole season. Thanks, and burn in hell! Oh, and also the season ends up with a child in a fucking pony Guantanamo Bay. What is wrong with these equines? And they tell me I'm a villain.
But aren't you?
Well, yes, but then again, who are you to question that? You'd know all about that, seriously. What is wrong with your species? Well, okay, fine, I think I'll need to clear my head for the final part, so let's take a walk. Okay, so here we are at the last season. Well, frankly, it's been a journey already, and there's a lot to be said, but I think my hand will develop a cramp if I keep editing videos in this fashion, so I'll be brief. It's been wonderful. As much as I want to kill the toy pushers for the show, or how much I despise the spin-off or comics, which by the way will technically have the season 10, and it's official, to me the show was an insight into something beautiful. Met some amazing folks, you know who you are guys, and like many, will have fond memories of the show, but in the end, it should end. There's a lot that the show lacked that Avatar: The Last Airbender had, but even with its faults, the show will share the second slot of my all-time favorite list. The last season tidied up some loose ends for the most part, and to my surprise, did not ruin my queen. Though conclusion, again, like previous seasons, was a rather grim reminder how hypocritical ponies are. Instead of rehabilitating the villains, they just did what the Princess Sisters did, repeating the cycle. But that aside, it was nice to see some background extras get their deserved rewards and happy ever afters. I personally was most happy for Scootaloo. Just like my queen, they did not ruin her. See, she never flew, and that may mean more than you think, but that's another story. Now, I did mention zebras. As a matter of fact, production team did want to explore episode with them, but Hasbro was not having it, which again shows how backwards the company is. And the poor Zecora, well, she could have been so much more. I still wish she would have ended up teaching Chrysalis, but now that's never gonna happen. So in the end, I guess this is it for me as well. It's been a journey indeed, but things must move on. Wherever I may lurk, I will keep on moving, so don't worry about me. And the show itself will be a great reminder that there's good in the world. As for now, well, I think I'll just stay here and take it all in for a little. So go on without me. But no, I may not be that far away. I might just be a few steps back.